be starting the module 3, and the chapter is 12th chapter, Introduction to C++, objectives of C++, what are the character sets, what are the data types, what are tokens, size of operator, and the order of precedence. So these topics are included in today's video. So let's go to the video. To tell about C++, it is extension to C programming language. It was developed at AT&T Bell Laboratories in the early 1980s by Bajan Stroustrup. So you can learn this name because it's very important. And what is a programming language? What do you understand by a programming language? C is one of the programming language. C++ is another programming language. We have Java. We have got so many other languages available. It is a system of notation for writing some computer program. That is known as a computer programming language. You have some ways of writing. That means you have got some syntax and you have got some semantics. That is how you have to write what you want to write. What is the how you are going to write the form, how your programs should appear, and what is the meaning involved in that. So these two things are very important for writing a computer program, and it follows the concept of OOPS or object oriented programming. What is the meaning of this one? It follows the concept of object, whereas C language doesn't have this. So C++ follows object oriented programming concept. And what does that mean? We will be seeing in the later portion of the chapter. What is this object oriented programming? So since it uses this concept of object, it is known as OOPS or object oriented programming, whereas C is not an object oriented programming. It is a procedural language. It follows procedure. And in this chapter we will also be learning about C++ character set, tokens, basic data types that I already have mentioned this, and explain the utility of different types of operator that you use in C++, and then identification, what is this, and explain about input output streams, that is C in, C out, and then how a C++ program looks like and what is the structure of a C++ program and how to write a program in C++. So once you learn the structure of a program, it will be easy for you to write a program in C++. Next, the first topic is C++ character set. What do you understand by C++ character set? So this is a programming language. Okay, so you just leave it for a time and just know that English is a language that everybody knows, or most of us know, or Hindi is another language, or so many other languages are available to us. So let's take as an example, English is a language. The English language has so many things that we have to know. To learn English, first the basic thing we have to know are the characters, or we can say the alphabets in English language. The alphabets from A to Z. So using this we will make up some words like apple, zebra, ball, bat. So for the basic thing that we have to know for writing a language are the characters or the alphabet. Same way in C++, C++ is a computer language or a programming language. So for C++, before knowing this language, you have to know the characters that are involved in writing the program. Okay. For that, character set is a set of valid characters that a language can recognize. A character represents any letter, digit, or any other special character. So when it comes to C++, these are the things that are known as its character. And the C++ programming language also have some character set. Now we are going to see what are those character set. Set of all these things are known as character set altogether. So we have already discussed it is letters, digits, special character and white space that makes up a character set of C++ language. So what are the letters involved in this? All the letters from uppercase to uppercase A to Z. It involves A, B, C, D and everything till Z, and all the lowercase letter from A to Z. These are, you have got digits. Digits means you have 0 to 9. You can write any digit like this till 9. You can use anything for making up um, making up the variables or other things. These are included. Special characters are something like this. These are special characters that you can see here. Some are not clearly visible here, though it says plus, minus, multiplication, division, bracket and all those things, dollar, percentage, ampersand, question mark, hash, less than equal to, greater than equal to, all these things are known as special characters. And white space means you can put a space and you can identify or tab, like if when you put a space it will be recognized as a white space. Blank page, then all these things are known as white space. Okay, so when you write a program you need all these things to be utilized in your program. Next thing is basic data type. So what does this mean? Data type, it's very clear. The name itself makes you understand what it is. The type of data that you enter. Okay, so for example, if I want to enter a person's age, what kind of values it takes any value from 2 or 1 or 10. So it needs to understand that for age I have to enter this kind of values. And if it is another variable, consider I want to enter a person's name in my program. So if I give name, it should be recognized by characters. That means it should be Shima or Saroj. It should not be 10. It should not be 20. So that way, the system or the program has to understand that the variable name, whatever I am giving, has to be taken according to the data. Whatever is there has to be taken according to its type. So age should have some number. Names, a name, if it is a name, it should have some characters in that. So data type means the type of data that you're going to enter for a variable. It has to be identified. We have different kinds of data types that you will be using for C++ programming. That is char, integer, short int, long int, float, double. If you want some um, decimal values, you can use float, which includes only -2, +2, -15, -20, 20, 30. That needs int. Int type is used in those cases. So its range is also mentioned here. You can just go through this table. Integer data type, and usually when you write a C program, it is written like this: int, the name of the variable, whatever you are using, variable or identifier here. Int, for example, int, I will be using int a 7. So you can enter any values in this range from here to here. It will take up all the values. If you need more, you have to use other data types. However, it needs, however, if it need to be a long integer, you have to use long int like this. It's a big value. You can see here this value is very big and this value is very big, so this will not be included in int. For that you have to use long int data type. Next one is float. Float means it takes up decimal values. That means if you want to use somewhere 0.5, 0.234, or if you want to write 1.236, you have to use or float. The thing you have to use is like float of a value ABC. So it will take 2.3. So like this you have to mention what is the type of data that this ABC variable takes up. So it says it is float. It will take float value. So if you are entering it as 2, if you enter it as 2, it will take 2.0 this way. This way it will be. Next one is character type. So character type is used for alphabetical values. If you put this in single quotation, it is taken as one character. Okay, and then if you put this, see, you can see here alphabet A is in single quotation, alphabet B is in single quotation. These things are in single quotation. These are taken as one character. They are non-numeric data type. Okay, and you can see also 9 is mentioned, but when 9 comes inside a single quotation, it becomes a character. Otherwise you can tell it is a integer value, but when it comes inside a single quotation, we call it as character type of data. You can see here 8 also is mentioned this way, so it is also character. So both this 9 and this 9, they are different, they are not same. This is integer type and this is character type. You will learn more when you do a real programming of C++. What are token? It is a group of characters that logically belong together, or we can say it is the smallest unit of a program. What are the smallest unit of a program? They are known as token. When you use tokens, the program can be written. So to write a program, what all things you need in C++? They are keywords, identifiers, literals, punctuators, operators. We need all these things to write a C++ program. So what are they? Let's see in detail one by one. So first thing is keyword. What does a keyword means? Keyword, they are the reserved words in C++. They have some predefined meaning. List of keywords given to you. That is, you can say here break, you can see here extend, you can see here public, you can see virtual, void, this, try, all these things. So many words you can see from this list. What and class, they have their own meaning. You cannot change. A programmer or a user cannot write his these words as a variable. Okay, you have to use it as it is such. One is identifier. So what is an identifier? Identifier, as the name suggests, it is to identify variables. Okay, so it a programmer can, like I told you, this int is the data type and this ABC. I can name a variable as ABC. This variable's name is ABC. So a method or rule is being followed for this identifier. This is known as identifier. So if I want to use a variable for marks, I'm using, or the programmer has used marks. You can use anything as you wish, like you can use mark, you can use mar underscore k, anything you can use, but it should not be any of the keywords that is there. So rules of forming an identifier are, you can see this, these are the rules: alphabets, digits and underscore. An identifier can take any of these things. Digits, it can have digits, it can have alphabets, it can have underscores. For example, any variable, if I'm using only alphabet, I'm naming it as ABC. I can use BARD. That is another variable. Okay, if I want to use up a digit 2, I can use it as ABC 1, 2, 3. I can use this way. Another thing is underscore. I can also use a variable as ABC underscore 123. This is also possible. So these are the rules that has to be followed while naming while naming an identifier or a variable. So it must not start with a digit. So your name should not start with 1, 2, 3 variable. So these four rules has to be followed. C++ is case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? That means uppercase and lowercase. When you use both the letters, they are not same. For example, I told you, if you use A and if you use A, both means different. They are not same. If I write Anita and if I write Anita this way, both are different. They are not considered same. Okay, you can see here total is different from this total. They are not same. You cannot once you cannot use this total, and after some time you cannot change it to this lowercase total. Both are completely different. And one more thing, it should not be a reserved word, that is it should not be keyword. Keyword, as I told you, keyword are meant only for some specific purpose. You cannot change their meanings. Okay, so these are the four rules that you have to always keep in mind while writing a C++ program. What is that? Always your letter, always your variable should start with an alphabet, digit, or an underscore. Okay, you can also start with an underscore, that's also possible, but it should not start with a digit and it should not be a keyword. And whenever you name a variable, always use the same name, and also keep in mind it is case sensitive. That means both things. You can see the example here. When you write total and this total, both are completely taken as this variable 1 and this is variable 2. They are not same. They are not same variables. Okay, next one is next topic is literals. Literals means they are constants. Their values are same throughout the program. Are the data items that never change their value during the execution of the program. So throughout the program, it takes a value and that value will be there in that whole program. So we have got four types of literals. They are integer constant, character constant, floating constant, and string literals. So what are they? Just let's see. Integer constant means either positive or negative value. What are integers? They any positive or negative value is known as an integer. So it can take up any integer value like or any value like this. These are integer values or integer literals or integer constants, you can say. Base 10, base 8, and base 16. Those who have base 10, those numbers are known as decimal. The numbers that you have base 8, it's known as octal. You might have learned in a binary logic chapter. Hexadecimal base is 16. Decimal integer constant means the value should be in a decimal value and it will be same throughout the program. Octal numbers, some numbers like this, base 8, and hexadecimal, something like this. You can see here. These are hexadecimal integer constants. So these comes under integer literals. Next one is character constant. Character constant means if you name a value, it will be same throughout. Like a character constant in C++ must contain one or more characters and must be enclosed in a single quotation. Always you have to use single quotation for character. Unless and until you use it, it is not identified as a character. So A inside a single quotes is a character. 9 inside a single quotes is a character. Allows non graphic characters which cannot be typed directly from keyboard. Example, backspace, tab, carriage return. These characters can be represented by using an escape sequence. Represents a single character. You can see here. Floating constant that contains floating values. Floating constants are also called real constants. These numbers are fractional, have fractional part. They may be written in fractional form or exponential form. You can see the examples here. It has two parts, mantis and exponent. So you don't have to know so much, but you just have to know that floating values can be used as literals, which whose value will be same throughout the program. String literals, that means see, this is string. It's not a single character. Multiple characters are there, but this way it is enclosed. So it means it is string. And when it has a how it takes up a space in the memories for each, see here, computer 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 plus 1, it takes up 9 characters, so it is only 8 characters in total. So this is the way how string characters are being stored in the memory. It has a special character /0. Okay. Next one is punctuators. So for punctuators you have got these special characters like brackets, parentheses, braces, comma. All these things are known as punctuators in your C++ program. Next one is operator. Operator, you have got different kinds of operator, that is arithmetic operator, relational operator. So what this operator do? They have a special purpose. Arithmetic operators, you have got plus, minus, division, multiplication, mode. So it has a special purpose. It uses two operands and then it performs something. So you need it in your C++ program. This has a special purpose for subtraction, multiplication, division. This is modulus. It gives you the remainder of the program. Okay. When you, for example, if you have two numbers divided, what is the remainder? That output will be shown using this operator, mode operator. You have got, next one is relational operator. You have got different operators. For relational, you have got logical operator, unary operator, assignment operator, conditional operator, and comma operator. So we have to see all these things one by one. Minus, multiplication, and mode operators. So how does this work? Also, you can see here they have given the example 8 plus 5. It's addition, subtraction, all works in the same way. Multiplication, division, everything. But you can see here when it is mode, it takes up this result. This is being shown here. So that is what the use of a mode operator. Okay. So next type of operator is relational operator, and these are the examples of relational operator, and these are the types of relational operators. This is less than, greater than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and not equal to. You can see here, as I told you, the equal to is not simple equal to. When you use double equal to, it makes up an equal to in your C++. A equal to B or not. In my computer programming, I have to use this A equal to B. So this works that way, and this is less than, equal to, and less than. Equal to means either it can be equal to or less than. That is the meaning of this operator, and the same opposite is greater than this one, and these two serves the same purpose as you use usually, greater than, less than, and this means not equal to. When a number not equal to another number, you can write accordingly in your program. You can use this symbol. So these are the relational operators. You can see an example here, int x. So what is the meaning? This int means the data type, x is the name of the variable, and this equal to is an assignment operator and 2 is the value given. So that means your x will be taking up the value 2 here, which is of integer type. That is the meaning. So another variable x is having a value 2, L is having a value 1, Y is having a value 3, and Z is having a value 5. So the following statements are true. L equal to 1. Is it true? Yes, this is correct. X less than Y. Value of X is 2. 2 is less than 3. That is also correct. Next one is Z greater than Y. That means 5 is greater than 3. That's true. Next is y greater than 1, greater than or equal to 1. Y value is 3, which is greater than 1. That's also true. X not equal to 1. X is not equal to 1. X is equal to 2. That this statement is also true. L less than or equal to 1. L is less than, no, but it is equal to 1. So this statement is also true. Either less than or equal to 1. So it is equal to 1. So this statement is also true. So this is the way how this operator is being used. And when it comes to programming, the way of writing you will see there. Logical operator. Logical operator uses three different types of operator. This is and, or, and not. So it follows the logic table, the truth table, how it works, or any one of the statement is correct means it will be true, and means both statement has to be true, otherwise it will be false. So in those cases these logical operators are used. You can see an example here. Not is a unary operator. What is the meaning of unary operator? That means it uses only one operator. You can see example here, one expression is used. Okay, whereas and you need left side also something and right side also something. That means two operators are required, two statements are required here. Not operation means only one, anything, if you write not true means it will be false. Okay, so only one thing you need to write here, that's why it's known as unary operator. See here, x is equal to 5, z is equal to 9, and y is equal to 7. These three are given. So you're using an and, logical and operator. That means both should be true, then it will become true. So here, otherwise it will be false. Here x is greater than y. Is that true? 5 is greater than 7. That's false. So the first statement is false, and you're using and state and, logical and just see here, z greater than y. That means 9 is greater than y. Is that true? Yes, that is true. Since 1 is true, the first expression is false and the second expression is true. Therefore, the final expression is false. When it is logical and, both statement has to be true to make it a true. So the final result will not be true, it will be false. You might have learned in your binary logic chapter about this one. Both has to be true for logical and. If it were an or, then it was totally fine. Only one is required to be true for the whole statement to be true. Okay, but this is the case of and. Let's go to the next topic. Unary operator provides two unary operators in which only one variable is required. So for assignment operator, this equal to, you have seen in so many places. See here, n is equal to 7. This is known as assignment operator. Here it is not equal to operator. Equal to, you have got another operator, plus plus and minus minus. Plus plus means you have to add one value to it. That means it meaning is plus 1. Since you don't know, if you're not familiar with programming, this may seem to be complicated to you, but once you use it in a program, it will become very easy. So instead of seeing it here, we can use it in a program later on, once you learn how to write a simple basic C++ program. You can see here what they say is they have used two variables, sum and CTR. Two variables are used which is of type int, that is data type is int, both are int. Sum is equal to 12 and CTR is equal to 4. The value is given here, and what happens is sum will get added to plus plus CTR. That means some value of sum is 12. You can see here, and it is 12 here. In the first portion it is 12, and then this CTR is getting added by 1, that means 4 becomes 5, and then the result will be 17. The final result will be 17. If you see this portion of the code thing that you see, so here some same thing they have used, but in the end what is done, this sum has a value 12, plus you will be subtracting uh, 1 from CTR. That minus minus means the value variable minus 1. That means 12 plus 3. So the final result will be 12 plus 3, that is, it should be 15. Okay, you can see here. Next one is conditional operator. Conditional means this kind of operator is known as conditional operator, and it is also known as ternary operator. If you see here, it uses three operators. It's not unary or binary, it is ternary. That means before this question mark you have one expression, after this you have another expression, and then followed by this colon you have another expression. See here, conditional expression is there. If it is true, expression 1 will be evaluated. If it is false, expression 2 will be evaluated. That is the meaning of this one. You can see here both values of a and b are given. A is greater than b. Is it true? No. A is not greater than b. It is false. False. So since it is false, this expression will not be evaluated. Rather, it will go to the next portion. That is, what is the value of b? 6. So 6 will be assigned to big. So big becomes 6 in this case. The value of big is 6. Next one is the comma operator. Comma operator you can use for separating the expressions. Next topic is sizeof operator. So this operator is a special kind of operator. So it is used to find out the amount of memory required for storing a particular uh, data type or variables, all those things. And the size of operator can be used to find how many bytes are required for an object to store in the memory. Okay, this is the exact definition of your size of operator. You can see they don't have a space in between them. Here space is mentioned, but usually space is not there when you use in a program. If you see here, when you write a simple basic program of program, and you just have to give size of a particular data type, you will get to know what is the how bytes of information is required for storing that character. Okay, so if you use character, it returns just 1, integer it returns 2, float it returns 4. Next one is order of precedence. That means when you're given a lengthy expression, which expressions will be done first and then which will be done second, third, and that order is known as order of precedence. So we don't first precedence is for your bracket, second one is for all these three operators, then goes for plus and minus. So if you see this example, what is the first precedence according to that order? Bracket goes first. So 20 plus 30, 10 will be evaluated first. That gives you 30. And then second one goes for this division, that is 15 by 5. That 3 as the result. And then 30 gets multiplied with 3 and you will get the output as 90. This is the way computer program works. So this is the order of precedence. And this whole table gives you an idea of how this precedence of operator works. Highest operator starts with this and then it goes to the lowest. So if you are having a combination of all the operators, which one will be evaluated first is based on this table. So this is in text question 12.1. The first one is a keyword is a dash word of C++. In text question, fill in the blanks. What keyword is a dash word of C++? What it is? It is a reserved word. So it cannot change its meaning. It has a predefined meaning. Pascal is a structural language, whereas C++ is an object-oriented programming language. An identifier must not start with a digit. Identifier rules we have seen, it never starts with a digit. Dash constants are whole numbers without any fractional part. Integer doesn't have a fractional part. A sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes is known as string literal. String character is in single quotes and string it is shown in double quotation. We have seen in the chapter. Next one is true or false. An identifier name can start with the underscore. That's true. A token is a group of characters that logically belong together. We have seen the definition. That's true. Literals are data items that generally change their value during program execution. That is false. It will not change its value. Next one is an escape sequence represents a single character. That is true. That is already defined there. The symbol hash is used as a preprocessor directive. That is also true. That is also mentioned in the chapter. What are the various types of token used in C++? So basic tokens that we have seen, basic units are keyword, literals, identifier, punctuators, and operators. What are the data types supported by C++? The data type that are supported by C++ is int, float, and character. So thank you.